Achoki inside the red trunks and blue trunks for Steve Biko. Actually, it's vice versa. Steve Biko in the red trunks and blue trunks for Achoki. A good lower, right? 4 minutes of fighting out of 5 in round 1 of the lightweight category here. Nice lower kick from the right. Great both men on a clinch fist on the walls of the cage, and now trying to look out for a good control here from the blue trunks from Achoki here.
Achoki, they are comfortable and content to keep the fights on the feet and against the cage there. Working hard to get a guillotine choke there is Steve Biko. Achoki still stable on his feet there. Clinch position for about 30 seconds. Steve Biko trying to get a sweep onto the ground there by pulling guard. Proves impossible. Hands to the body from Achoki. Great elbows there in the clinch from Steve Biko there, Sagini.
Right, both men still on a clinch on their feet inside the cage here. Still not yet to see a vigorous activity inside the cage in round 1 as round 1 ends. Round 1 ends in a 50-50 affair here in the lightweight category.
Achoki is really feeling it there. It's like he wanted more minutes in the first round. First round gone. 50-50 affair, as you have put it, Sagini. Looking forward to see what the second round offers. On the first round, seems like they were testing out each other. We see the replays there. Left, right, left, right.
And we can say Achoki, the Buffalo here, who is making his second appearance at LFNE after making his debut at LFNE7, and stepped in the last minute for the fight versus Danish Achoki, the Wolf, and lost in round 1 via a rare naked choke inside round 1 in his debut at LFNE7, and that is 156 days ago, where he's making his second appearance here in the lightweight category against a debutant Steve Biko, a turbine from hell.
Steve Biko doing quite well for a first time in the LFNE cage, looking quite composed, not as tired, not breathing heavily. As we go into round 3 here, the cage door closes behind referee Karanja.
It's round 2 now, not round 3, it's round 2 inside the lightweight category, as referee Karanja waits for the floor to be cleaned here, for there was some that wasn't supposed to be inside there. Fans come from all over the world. Talk of India, Canada, London, Pakistan,
America,
and even my homeland, Mexico. There we go. Second round, 3 minutes of fighting. Killing spree activated here for Steve Biko. Nice lower leg kick from the right. A good left.
Mutual left hands on both fighters.
From both fighters. Another one from the left. Oh, it's slippery here.
Slippery cage there.
I think something should be done here for referee Karanja. And he's allowing the game to continue despite the floor being slippery.
Yes, I don't think the slipperiness of the cage should be something to stop the fight again. About if the fight was not stopped in between the fights
earlier on
for cleaning. Yeah, mutual left hand
from both fighters.
Beautiful.
Both were almost losing control, but they were able to get on their feet and be in control. And as the referee here waits for that part which is slippery inside the cage.
Great work by the timekeepers there to stop the time.
Sure. Earlier on, as it went down into the first 20
great
seconds.
Double leg takedown there, but Bernard Achoki also pulled guard and allowed his opponent to take him to the ground.
Remember, it is a lightweight category fight or bout. Bernard Achoki, a second appearance inside LFNE against a debutant, Steve Biko, a turbine from hell, who is 10 years older than Bernard Achoki, the Buffalo. There we go once again. Still, it is kind of slippery.
Complaining about that, but you know, in this fight...
What if he loses through that part?
Too bad for him, because this is a competition and the conditions for fighting will never be perfect. But fighters come in with injuries, fighters come in with disadvantages, but you have to look beyond the conditions around and inside the cage and just do your work.
Then I think both fighters here need to avoid that part which is slippery. And I remember in Meru, there was the sun was hitting hard on the surface of earth.
Scorching sun in Meru.
And one fighter got a blister on her right leg.
Mary Gadambi, we miss you.
You know, in this main card today, we don't have a female bout. Nonetheless, we only have one main card.
Felista Mugo, the champion, is in the house, though. Former champion, lost her belt to the Ugandan competitor from the Uganda police. Looking forward to get that back. We believe in Felista Mugo as the fighters go there. 1 minute 15 seconds to go.
Both men on good lower kicks. They want to clinch on the walls of the cage.
Looking at his coaches for instruction. Unsure whether to pull guard or to stay on his feet. Good work by referee Karanja to ensure that none of the fighters is holding on to the cage.
51 seconds of fighting remaining inside round 2.
Lackluster performance again from both fighters in the third last fight of this LFNE 8 affair at KUMP Theatre.
Looking out for a takedown and gets it. Very nice takedown from Bernard Achoki.
Now in the side, in the half guard, trying to get his
nice punches.
Position,
and this could be the moment here once again. Takes on a pause.
15 seconds to go. I don't know whether he has time to finish this fight. Good work by referee Karanja ensuring that none of the fighters is playing
7
unfair.
seconds of fighting.
I don't think he has enough time to finish this fight.
Time saves Steve Biko from a potential and a possible submission or a knockout.
Frustration there from Achoki, who thought he could finish the fight in the second round.
We can say Steve Biko didn't have much of it inside the second round, as this takedown took place in the second round. Earlier seconds in the second round, there were some good body punches on the lower end. Then this followed with some right and left punches, which could have potentially put off Steve Biko. But then the timer was of essence to save the life of Steve Biko.
We get to see around 3. Sagini, these fighters have been quite patient with one another. None of them is going out of their way to ensure that they get a win, avoiding any unnecessary injuries while still working diligently to ensure that they get a win here at LFNE 7. Looking forward to LFNE 8.
You're looking forward to LFNE 8 already. I can see your anxiety and your eagerness to build up to LFNE 8. It's good as we head into round 3 of the lightweight category. bout number 7. Bernard Achoki in the blue gloves and Steve Biko in the red gloves.
Touch of gloves there, and here we go.
Touch of fairness.
Orthodox stance, both fighters.
3 minutes of fighting. Who will win this? Achoki, the Buffalo, or Biko, the turbine from hell? And I haven't seen yet the turbine from Steve Biko, who is on the receiving end mostly. I can say 70% of the fight here. He has been on the receiving end. Good right and left from Bernard Achoki. Looking out for another takedown here. Almost getting it on the walls of the cage. Steve Biko trying to defend himself from that power from Bernard Achoki. His mouth guard almost came off, but able to continue the fight here. The strength from Achoki Bernard seems to be of essence for him against Steve.
Yeah, both fighters are able to stay on their feet here. None of them taking a disadvantage or submissive position, ensuring that they're both on their feet, fighting in the clinch.
Nice hook from the right.
Elbow from the right by Bernard Achoki. Using his elbow to ensure that his head is above his opponents there. Steve Biko, the fighter with the head above the other's shoulder, is always at a vantage point in these clinches, ensuring that Steve Biko in the red gloves is safe despite having his back against the cage here.
Both
disadvantage for Steve Biko because Bernard Achoki is holding onto the cage there.
Still on the walls of the cage. And they know this is round number 3, the final round. And if you don't win via a submission or a KO, then it is a unanimous decision.
Looks like we're going to the decision.
A good neck choke here.
Doesn't look like he will secure it because Steve Biko's hands are not under Bernard Achoki's chin to ensure that he can get a guillotine choke on his opponent.
57 seconds remaining in round 3.
Great hand control by Steve Biko to ensure that
trying to get off
Bernard Achoki cannot attack.
And Achoki still holding on the walls of the cage many a times.
By Karanja, yes.
Some good knees from the left for Steve, but they aren't so powerful. Trying to buy time here for Bernard Achoki inside the last 20 seconds.
Steve Biko rather complacent with his attacks here, ensuring that he is holding his opponent but doing nothing with the position that he has held. Rather disadvantageous from our judge's perspective. Great handwork to the body there.
Oh, just when it's going active,
funny affair.
The ring walls.
A funny affair where the fighters want to begin the matches at the end of the match.
And I think it should be a win.